All right, we do have breaking news. We are following a pursuit here that started on the 101 around 11:45. A very fast driver here.
It does appear this is East Los Angeles. Good afternoon. Alongside Lou Parker, I'm Mark Mester. Mark Kono is live in Sky 5 HD. And Mark, this driver is moving erratically.
Yeah, driving extremely erratically here, guys, and we are just south of the 5 freeway here, and he has just made a northbound turn off of close to Washington Boulevard is where we are here, and he's making his way back up towards the 5 freeway where he might come up on Olympic Boulevard here. We understand this may be a stolen vehicle suspect. We're not quite sure at this point. He's just now coming up on the bridge eastbound on Olympic here from the 5 freeway, and we just pulled up on this. We're just kind of getting our bearings here. Where we are is in East LA, just on the west side of the 710 freeway. In fact, eastbound, he is just going to cross underneath the 710 freeway right there. That's the 710 freeway right close to the 5 there. Again, eastbound on Olympic Boulevard, driving at an extremely high rate of speed. If you tilt up, Rich, if you tilt up, bear with us just a second here. Hang on here, guys.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is a pursuit that is happening in East Los Angeles. We've watched the driver go on side streets, also on freeways at one point, pushing himself in the vehicle through between an 18-wheeler and another vehicle, driving uncontrollably at some point, crossing over like 3 lanes onto an exit and just going straight through intersections as well.
Just one of many felonies that we saw on camera. We saw him blow through several stop signs as well. Mark Kono, I do believe, is speaking with some of the air traffic controllers in the nearby area. But again, this is East Los Angeles. And what we're doing right now is we work to find exactly where this driver is. Mark Kono has it on the screen right there. And Mark, if we have you again, we see these chases often, but this driver...
Look at this guy. Oh, my gosh, he's going to lose it. He's got slower traffic coming up. He just took the off-ramp here, at what I believe to be Whittier Boulevard here. We'll try and get some confirmation of that. He's trying to squeeze through these 2 cars here. He is unable to. Is he going to try and force these guys out of the way? We saw him northbound on the 710 freeway. He just passed over the 60 freeway here and is just doing some very dangerous things. In fact, it's going to be Cesar Chavez that he just exited here, and he is trying to make his way around these cars that were also on the off-ramp here. So here we go. We're just going to be coming eastbound now. He's going to continue eastbound off the freeway exit here, and he's going to put himself into East LA proper. He is just now coming up on what I believe to be Monterey Pass Road, where he has turned northbound, and now he is again eastbound. So this is going to put him on Cesar Chavez Avenue here, and he is now eastbound off of Monterey Pass Road, heading through East LA at this point here. So, this pursuit has been going on for probably about the past 20 minutes or so, a little bit before 12 noon. The LAPD is the airship ahead, as well as ground units who are following this guy. And look at the things that this guy is actually doing to try and avoid being caught here. So from eastbound Cesar Chavez to northbound, oh my God, this guy may well lose it in traffic here. The maneuvers that he is undertaking here, very dangerous and at very high rates of speed. He is just doing some pretty radical things here, and who knows how long this may last. But this is going to be back onto Monterey Pass Road. Monterey Pass Road, just about a quarter mile ahead of him, is going to start to veer off to the right. And that is kind of the turn that he's starting to take right now. We're in a good position to see him, and traffic ahead here. Traffic ahead of him is going to be fairly light. It's just a couple of lanes on each direction of the roadway there, but just moving ahead. It's going to be fairly light traffic. He will be able to negotiate this as he needs to, but unsure of how many occupants are inside the vehicle, whether or not it's male or female for that matter. But I've been referring to this as a male, but it could be a female for all we know, just driving very erratically and at extremely high rates of speed. Now, to me, that looks like a Honda. I'm not quite sure. To me, that looks like a Honda Accord northbound on Monterey Pass Road, and we're now kind of coming up on the San Gabriel Valley here. This guy not letting up here, driving extremely fast. The closest unit is going to be, several car lengths behind him, probably half a block behind him at this point. The LAPD airship still monitoring this pursuit from above. And as this guy comes off of Monterey Pass Road, he's going to be coming up on a little bit of a bottleneck in terms of a transition here, and he's going to have a couple of vehicles ahead of him. And so let's see what he does. He's just going to be coming up on Garvey Avenue. Now, Garvey Avenue from essentially Fremont, now eastbound. Okay, thank you. Eastbound now on Garvey, now heading in towards, say, the San Gabriel Valley, and he's coming up on an intersection with stopped cars, cross traffic, making his way.
All right, it does appear we still have more for this.
Has no qualms about going fast and driving highly erratically here. Coming up on cross traffic. Oh no, here we go. Whoa! Okay. Guys, you're seeing it here. It's a very dangerous situation that we're dealing with here with this pursuit suspect, and he's now into slower traffic trying to make his way through. He's got a work van in front of him. Is he going to try and push these guys out of the way? He's just going to wait it out, and there he goes. Now eastbound again. Guys?
Yeah, Mark, it looks like he's put his window down, or she has. They've put the window down now. They've got these extremely dark tinted windows on this vehicle that we believe is a Honda Accord. Wow, and now he's going on the opposite side of the road in the opposite direction.
Oh boy. Wrong lanes of traffic.
That is probably the 10th vehicle that he's hit so far.
Just since we've been on there.
He's on Garvey Avenue eastbound, just passing Garfield, and he's going to be going northbound. It looks like we do have a passenger here, guys. Looks like we do have a passenger. He's Garfield, northbound. So he's sticking to some major streets, which may or may not indicate knowledge of the local area here. If you stick to the major streets, you might assume that perhaps he might not know the area, and so that for that reason he kind of stays on the majors. But again, northbound, he's going to have an opportunity to join the 10 freeway in about 1.5 blocks at this point. Look at this guy! My goodness, in and out, wrong way of traffic here, and now he's going to be going over to the 10 freeway, and he's got slow down, buddy, slow down, onto the right shoulder. And he's got slower cars ahead. Essentially what he's trying to do is get on the 10 freeway going eastbound, and he is doing that essentially here by utilizing that right shoulder. Now, again, just some really wild maneuvers that we're seeing here. The LAPD, the closest cruiser, is well behind him at this point. The LAPD airship staying right on top of him at this point here. Now, he's not, okay, what's going on here? Does he have a situation? Okay. Eastbound 10 will be coming up on New Avenue here shortly, so into the San Gabriel Valley. He's not driving necessarily too fast. I wonder if his vehicle is disabled or something that is not allowing him to accelerate as he needs to. He's making his way over to the middle lanes and now back to the slow lanes of traffic. It looks like he may have a situation going on here where his vehicle might be quitting on him. And so there it is. The door's open. He's going to be running. He's going to jump over the fence, over the wall, and into the neighborhood.
And Mark, do you believe that there is a passenger in the car as well?
We sure thought that we saw a passenger. And so now, okay, is this guy on the campus of Keppel? Okay, he's on the campus of Keppel, I believe, in the parking lot. Okay, so this is going to be a dangerous situation here. Let's get as good a look as we can of this guy here. He's going to, oh my gosh, is he? I think he's on the campus. And students in the courtyard, Yeah, it's a high school, it's Keppel. Okay, hang on, guys, let me get in here.
Oh my.
See if you can spot him. He's on the grounds with students.
It looks like, as Mark was saying right there, it looks like he ran onto the campus of a local high school, which is interesting, Lou, because we saw something rather similar in Old Pasadena last night, where officers were pursuing a suspect, and that apparently 4 suspects got away by running away into a parking garage, and we're seeing very similar behavior here in San Gabriel. And Mark, you were referencing what high school this is. Do you know exactly what it is?
Yeah, this is going to be Mark Keppel High School, guys, and it looks like he ran onto the campus here. Whether he's in that front administrative type building, I don't know. It didn't seem like he came out of it at this point. The students are still kind of milling about, kind of in the courtyard. However, I would have to think that with the LAPD overhead, we can certainly assume that the police department is going to be coming into the scene here. And I can tell you that on the southwest corner of the school. Okay, hang tight.
Mark, as you're gathering your information, we do know that this high school is located in the 500 block of East Hellman, it does appear. Is that the correct Mark Keppel High School that
Southwest,
we're talking about?
Okay, now we have students just running. I think they're running because they're hearing about the police activity, not fully aware of what's going on here. But we have kind of a little bit of panic happening here, and that's certainly not a good thing. But students kind of panicking. They see the helicopters above. They see the police helicopter circling just 300 to 400 feet above, and they're just kind of freaking out at this point. And okay, come outside the campus here, Rich. Come outside the campus. Tilt down.
Oh, this is such an unfortunate situation. Those poor kids must be
terrified.
Guys,
we're trying to spot where they are apparently taking them into custody here. Okay, Rich, tilt down and come to the right.
Okay. All right, we are hearing that the suspect has been taken into custody. It's unclear exactly where that's happening. Right here. Okay. So
this is certainly some good news. My goodness, suspect in custody. Several officers taking this guy down. My goodness. Over on the southwest corner of the campus here, and you know, the pandemonium that the students just experienced right now, the adrenaline rush after hearing and seeing the police activity, all the helicopters above, sirens, lights, helicopters. It's just probably just a very frightening situation. And so, wow, this ended very, very well, all things considered, with this guy taken into custody. I believe this to be a stolen vehicle suspect here again on the southwest corner of Mark Keppel High School is where we are. And again, this guy is in custody now, and that is certainly some good news.
Mark, so unfortunate to see those kids run. So many shootings have been happening lately, and so great to see this guy in custody. When we did see the car initially, though, you had mentioned a passenger, so maybe the police officers are dealing with the vehicle on the other side of the fence on the freeway where his car, which we still don't know what happened to the car, because he was going 100 plus for a long time, but maybe a flat tire, maybe he ran out of gas, but he was disabled and had to get out of that car and run.
And if you're just joining us, that suspect that you see in handcuffs right there being escorted by 2 police officers, we do believe LAPD. That suspect was in a vehicle just a short time ago on the 10 freeway. We do believe he was heading eastbound, jumped out of the vehicle, jumped over a fence, then found his way onto Mark Keppel High School, which is in Alhambra. Frightening students, as we saw in those live images before, so many of those students running and what appeared to be running for their lives, either into the building or away from the scene. But the good news is, Lou was just referencing right there, this suspect is now in handcuffs, just where he should be.
And when he was driving on the freeway and also on side streets, super erratically, just at some point hitting, we probably saw him hit at least 7 vehicles, trying to bump cars out of the way. He pinned himself and tried to push through an 18-wheeler and another car on the freeway. Very dangerous. So great that he is off the roads this afternoon, in custody now, and headed down
guys, here we go.
to be charged.
Mark, and something else to note here, guys, as they have taken him into custody here. If you're on the campus of Keppel High School, if you're sitting in your classroom here watching TV, watching what's going on here, everything is going to be okay. We had a stolen vehicle suspect drive his car onto the 10 freeway here. His car somehow disabled onto the side of the freeway right next to your school. He jumped over the wall into the parking lot, but the police are here, and they've got this guy in custody, so everything is going to be okay if you are watching over here at Mark Keppel High School. Everything's fine. Lots of police on campus. Everything is fine. This pursuit suspect is now in custody. Everything's going to be fine.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for that, and we appreciate you sticking with us with this pursuit this afternoon. Of course, we have the 1 o'clock news coming up, and a little over 30 minutes we'll have additional information on this, plus breaking news, and also your possibly wet weekend forecast.
We'll see you guys here at 1 o'clock.